get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. My word, man, Cliff said, because I told you I ain't doing no more fighting, nephew. He snapped, his eyes was red. I seen it. He had looked like a freaking demon in the face, man. His bald head was sweating. He had sweat on his nose. He was looking like a pure T psycho, man. So he tried to blend in over there where we was at. Police came in the joint. You know what I mean? They ran in the joint. He was like, the lady was like, he right there. That tall dude right there. He wasn't even that tall. She was like, damn, right there. He just looked tall over there by us. She was like, him right there. So he was like, holler at your nephew. He gave me one of them old school jokes. He was like, holler at your nephew. He walked right over there where the cops was at. Dude still goddamn moving around. Dude still running. So goddamn, I guess dude still think he got the hammer. So the lady came and told everything, what was going on, situation, all of that. So they end up blocking Unc up. So they end up locking Cliff up. Cliff got locked up, man. He took it, but they didn't get the knife. They didn't get the knife. The lady didn't even see him chasing him with the knife. And this is before cameras and everything was on substitute. So she didn't even know that he had a knife. The dude knew he had a knife, but it was crazy. When he went to the Bing, the kitchen worker dude, man, like when I say that junk humbled him, he was all the way humbled, man. He probably never was in a predicament like that where he felt like he was about to be unalive. Like, just imagine that, y'all. Like, you got somebody that's running down behind you with a freaking warrior weapon, a prison warrior weapon, man, that want to hurt you and take you out of here, man. Like, just imagine that, man. That man was super humble after that, man. I promise you, man. Like, I didn't have no conversation with him, but dudes was coming back telling me, like, yo, they said, dude ain't even selling no more stuff. Like, he ain't selling nothing out the kitchen no more. It was like he changed his job from the tray slot. It was like he worked on the line now, putting the food, prepping the food, and doing all that, man. It was like, yo, dude, super humble. Probably about 2 weeks after that, he got moved to one building. You know what I mean? He was gone. So, like, I think that Joe humbled him, man. So, you know, time that went on, and they ended up letting Unc out. They ended up letting Cliff out. Cliff had got out, and he had went to 4 building. So he was down in 4 building the whole time when I was still in 2C. But every time I would see him on the yard, I'll speak to him and stuff, man. And I asked him, like, yo, he was like, nah, if dude ever come over here, he's like, yeah, I gotta have him if he come over here. He was like, but I ain't gonna go behind him chasing him. That's what they want, for me to chase him. I was like, watch him too, though. He was like, man, I ain't worrying about him, nephew. I ain't worrying about him. I was like, yeah, let's be on point. So I used to go holler at him and see what he had going on. Like, for real, to be honest with you, man, me and Cliff had a good rapport. Like, we had a great rapport, man. I remember while he was in 4 building, there was a dude down there that owed me some change, man. You know what I mean? Owed me a couple dollars. I had did some business with a dude, like one of my first business transactions. Not only like I was trying to get money yet, business transaction, but this was a business transaction. Like, somebody had just gave me something that know me and was like, yo, bro, just sell it. And it was some D-block. And when I sold it to this dude. You know what I mean? And the dude, when he got the joint from me and went to the hole. So when he went to the hole, he go to 4 building. So when he go to 4 building, he went upstairs in 4C with Cliff. So when I felt like he was over there, I put Cliff down on him, man. Cliff got down on him for me, man. That's my word, man. I looked up. Cliff had dude at the fence. You hear me? Cliff had dude at the fence, man. That's word. Somebody sent me a message like, yo, they say come outside. Cliff say come outside. Man, I get outside, man. Cliff got dude at the fence, man. That's word, dude at the fence. Cliff like, yeah, look, how much he owe you, nephew? I'm like, man, he owe me $200, man. He like, all right, well, look, he say when he get on the phone tonight, he gonna make sure his peoples take care of it for next week. He was like, ain't that right? Dude was like, yeah, Weezy, man, I got you, man. I wasn't gonna never buck on you, Weezy, man. I just like, went to the hole. I was like, bro, I was sending you kites and everything, bro. He was egging me, bro. He was like, nah, I ain't won't like that, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, man. Tell your uncle ease up, though, man. I'm gonna take care of you, man. I'm gonna take care of you, man. I was like, hey, look, Cliff. Matter of fact, I said, yo, bro, when you tell your people to take care of that, man, give Cliff $100 on his books. Then this Western Union meet $100. So he was like, that's how you want it? I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? So Cliff was like, you know what I mean? Like, he looked out. He looked out. He handled business. He made sure I got my bread. I was appreciative about that, y'all. So boom. And there was a few old heads like that from the town, from Norfolk, that was trained to go, that was just zero tolerance on any BS. Like, it was a few old heads like that from the town, man. So, like, everything was straight. So while everything was going smooth with that, man, a little time that went on, and I finally went to the Bing. So when I went to the Bing, I get out the hole, man. I go to 4 building, man. So I'm in 4D. So when I'm in 4D, you know, Cliff is next door. So it was like, that building was so sweet, man. You get 229, you can do whatever you want. So I used to always holler at him, man. Like, you know, he was cool. He didn't mess with the la or nothing like that. But I still used to go check on Cliff, man, just to make sure he was straight. But like, Cliff was just a maniac. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Cliff was a maniac, man. So I ended up going to the Hove 4D after a little time. So after I went to the Hove 4D, I got moved to 4C. So now I'm in 4C. So when I moved to 4C, Cliff is in there. You know what I mean? Cliff is in the joint. But now that Cliff, like now years are going. So he's knocking at 15 years now. Because the years is going by. Like when I met him, he's 11 years. So this is like 3 years later now. Like, so time has went on. Time has went on. And he's just been down longer and longer. So like, you know, now he's not like, he never was a wild goon anyway. He never was a wild goon, man. He just demand respect. And he handled business when it's time to handle business, but he never was a wild goon. But like, he's really, really, really reserved now. He didn't turn Muslim or Christian or nothing crazy like that. He just was like a reserved person. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing bothered him. Like you had to really like push him off his axle to be able to like get on his nerves or do something physical to him to be able to lash out at you. But like, he just like really was really reserved. And I had kind of gave him his props for that. You know what I mean? So now that I'm in 4C, I was just trying to get, you know what I mean, to situated what was going on. Like now I'm into getting money now. Like this is the new person that he has to see that I am, that I matured to be. Like I like to get to the bag now. Like this is this is who I am. And I had to tell him that because he knew that first time he got the money for me, that wasn't me. He already knew I didn't have nothing to do with that. But when I moved to 4C, I ended up getting straight over there. So when I got straight over there, he saw me, he was like, you got that, man? You got that stuff, Weezy, man? I was like, yeah, I got it, man. He was like, be careful with that, man. That's all I'm saying. He was like, cause when I met you back in the day, man, you was still trying to rap in a cipher. I'm like, man, yeah, man, you know, but it ain't like I'm going home to be a rapper, man. I go home 2017. I said, by the time I go home, man, they gonna have freaking Rap City in space. I said, so, you know, rapping is not for me anymore, man. You know what I mean? He was like, Rap City in space. He was like, man, you crazy, man. Hey, I feel you though, man. I feel you though, man. But look, just be careful with that, man. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be careful, man. I'm gonna be careful, Cliff. I was like, everything straight though, man. Everything good. He was like, yeah, everything good, everything good. So I just check on him, need something, man. He's like, nah, everything good. You need a 3-way? He's like, yeah, that's what he's always asked. So, all right, I get him a 3-way. I'll just get my people I'll call and tell my people just do the 3-way, let them get the whole call. Like, you know, like I say, I had rock with Cliff, man. Like when you around good people, man, like it be feeling good. Like I was in there with my homeboys and Cliff. Like, so it was like I was surrounded by all good men, y'all. So boom. It be a good feeling when it's like that, man. I promise you, man. Like my bid always goes smooth when it's like that, man. So like, while the bid is going smooth, they bring another dude in the block that's from the town. You know what I mean? Now we gonna call this dude Zoe. Now this dude that they bringing in, this is a guy that been locked up. He done been upstate a million times. You know what I mean? Like he's basically like a young version of a psycho. You know what I mean? Like, but he was younger than us because he came in a little younger. You know what I mean? But he didn't look young. He was one of those young dudes from the town. So like, when he came on the camp, they brought him in 4C with us. So he struck. He from Norfolk and they moved him up there with us. So he came in the block, introduced himself immediately. Everybody got cool with him. We rocking with him. You know what I mean? He didn't play no basketball. He didn't do nothing that's gonna get us tangled in some BS. He didn't do none of that, which I was happy. And I seen he just was a guy that was chilling. He stay out the way. Now, Zoe, he didn't have no problem with nothing, except if he feel like somebody disrespecting him. I ain't gonna lie, like he ain't really play that much either. Like, but still laid back person though, man. But Zoe was probably like a little bit inch taller than me. Like he was probably my height, an inch taller, regular body, you know what I mean? Had the low cut with the waves game, you know what I mean? Like just regular dude, like he won't, you know what I mean? He won't joking, but he has been upstate. He has been upstate, man. He's been upstate. And like them dudes that have been upstate, when I say upstate, y'all, the people that don't know, upstate is the juvenile prison. So we call that in Virginia, you go upstate as a juvenile, you're not going to your city detention home. You're going upstate to the whole state detention home. So like dudes who have been through that situation that I knew that was in my age bracket, they all came back fighters because you rumbling every day. It's really Tidewater versus Richmond up that jump. Like that's definitely jumping up there because there ain't no way in the world the teens of the Virginia is going to be able to get along. Like in prison, we getting along just on the sake of everybody trying to chill. Ain't got to be no major drama. But in the detention home, ain't no rules apply to chilling, man. Dudes in there, everybody that I know went to the detention home, man. They came back fighters, y'all. So boom. So that's who Zoe was, man. He was that real quiet dude that didn't play around, didn't joke around, man. And we found that out when he had to fix his roommate. Now, him fixing his roommate, that was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, because his roommate went from Norfolk. His roommate went from Norfolk. I won't say where this dude from. He went from Norfolk, man. He got done dirty by Zodo. I tell you that. Man, I promise you, man. He got done dirty while dudes was at Empire Rec. Zoe slept in cell 5 in 4C. Now, cell 5 is like right there. Like if you out in the pod, you can just look right there. If ain't no cut on their door, you can look right in the cell. You know what I mean? That's what cell 5 is at. Right by the staircase, a little bit on the other side of the staircase. It's right there. Man, I promise you, man, we was in the pod, we was chilling. And at first, Zoe was in that joint listening to the music. He came to borrow my CD player and my CL20s because he said he was gonna go in the cell and wash clothes. So when he came to borrow that, I was like, all right, you good, bro, you good. So I let him hold the joint. So he in the cell listening to the CD player and the headphones. Now his roommate was an older dude, slightly from not from Norfolk, from somewhere else. And at first, him and Zoe was cool. Him and Zoe was cool. They was, you know what I mean? They don't be doing nothing, like they don't be beefing. They was cool. They used to play chess together when it's lockdown time. All of that. You know what I mean? Man, I promise you, man. I'm sitting by the table, and it's like I can see right in cell 5. Y'all, I'll never forget this. I can look right in cell 5. I'm sitting at the table. And I just looked and I just seen Zoe beating his roommate, man, beating him down. And when I say beating him down, like when I looked, I seen him catch his roommate with some wild, boom, boom, like a nice wild 2-piece. And when he caught him, his roommate, like I guess he stumbled on the toilet. And I just seen his roommate feet go in the air. So he must have tripped on the toilet backing up. His feet go in the air, boom. So I guess he hit the ground. I just seen Zoe go down like this. So I see Zoe go down like this. So I'm like, oh, so now I count like, yo, Zoe fighting. So we all went to the cell, which we shouldn't because we kind of made it hot. But we go to the cell, we like, yo. So we look, man, Zoe got the dude in the corner. Like this is the part where you put your chemical supplies at. But his cellie is real skinny, kind of tall dude. Man, dude slipped and fell back in the corner after Zoe 2-pieced him, man. Zoe got this dude on the ground, in the corner by the toilet. He just pounded him. He like this. Man, you got me messed up. 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 Yeah, you got me messed up. Yeah. That age don't matter. Yeah, I don't care you older than me. Bow. I don't care you older than me. Yeah. I don't care you. He was talking to him. I don't care you older than me. Bow. You think I care about you being older than me? You think I care? I was like, yo, my homeboy's like, yo, so, hey, that's enough, bro. That's enough. He was like, yeah, he gotta get out too. He gotta get out. So he get up off, dude. He get up off. His celly get up. Celly all beat up. Man, his whole, I guess his left side was the only thing that was available to get punched on, man, because when he got up off that ground from out that corner of that toilet, man, that man face looked like he was fighting a boxer, y'all. So boom. Man, this whole junk was puffy. This was puffy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This was, he got up and didn't look like the same person. He didn't look like the same. This was puffy. All this was puffy. My word, he got up, he was like, so I was at the back of the cell like this. What's up? What's up? Yeah, come on, what's up? What's up? He was like, hey, somebody get the door open, man. I was like, yo, tell him over cell 5. And I said, push that door open up. He was like, you got that young blood. You got that young blood. And that man went to the booth. He said something to the lady in the booth. She opened the slide up. He went out. She opened the door up. Man went down the stairs and never came back, y'all. So boom. Checked in. Because he took a beating from hell. Y'all. My word, man. So his roommate was gone. So my other homeboy ended up moving in the cell with Zoe. You know what I mean? So since then, like, Zoe was considered one of the dudes that I was running around with that was one of the real thumpers. Like, he definitely can fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that junk crazy, man. Like he had real hands. We would slap box. Like, we would play around like that in slap boxing. Like, I wasn't really as super great as a slap boxer than I was a wrestler, you know what I mean? But my old homeboy had hands. He was slap box with Zoe. And Zoe was younger than us. Like, he was slap box with Zoe. And Zoe just was nasty. Like, I'm telling you, they say everybody who went upstate, you fight so much, man. It's like naturally you learn how to get better. You learn how to not to lose. Like, you might already be like a subpar fighter when you go upstate. But when you go up there, they say you get better. You get better at that stuff, man. And that's who Zoe was, man. So a lot of dudes ain't bother Zoe in the block. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes ain't bother Zoe in the block, man. So like, I was surrounded by maniacs, man, in hibernation, man. Zoe chilling, but he's a psycho. And Cliff is in the block, and he's a psycho, but he's chilling. So like, I felt great. I was like, 4C was good. 4C was a good time. Like, I want my money. I ain't playing around with dudes. I get the pack. Give me my bread. I got maniacs on right now. Like, don't play with me, man. I'll sick these maniacs on you, man. So everything was straight though. Like I say, ain't nobody bother Zoe, man. So Cliff had ended up getting a job. You know what I mean? Cliff had ended up getting a job. And when Cliff had ended up getting a job, he had got a job as like somebody that be cleaning up. And you know what I mean? And like, he kind of like, you know, he wouldn't be in the way. But like a lot of dudes that was the #1 thunners, the #1 thunner, a lot of dudes that was doing that, man, like they didn't like Cliff. And the reason why I say they didn't like Cliff, because Cliff was one of those dudes that they would say he would be in the way. Now, Cliff had his preferences of ladies that he would talk to and, you know what I mean, things like that. But when you see Cliff now, Cliff always got the broom. He always got the long broom, not the short broom. He got the long broom that you know what I mean, the big room joint. The joint you gotta lift up and knock the dust out, you know, the dust mop joint. He got that joint. So he'll be coming around and then he'll see the lady, which the only lady he would really talk to was this white lady, you know what I mean? Now, the white lady I'm talking about, man, I want to say her name. I want to say her name so bad because I seen so many incidents behind this lady, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, but if you was with Sussex you know what I'm talking about, because there weren't a lot of white people out there that worked that were freaking Loch Ness monsters, man. That's what she was when it came to that #1 thunner. She was a Loch Ness monster, y'all. So boom. And I say that because she let everybody go. She's not locking nobody up. She's like dudes is doing everything but touching her when it comes to that stuff, man. I'm being honest with y'all. She was one of those monsters. So Cliff would like her. Cliff had a crush on her. And like, you know, I never seen Cliff get out his body like this and you know, like just like holler at a lady. But he's still a man, Buddha. Like, I was happy that he liked ladies, man. At least he ain't shake, rattling, and rolling after all these years. That's what I was saying to myself. You know what I mean? But every time she would work, Cliff would holler at her. So Cliff would be going around with the dust mop right before lockdown, on all the right before lockdowns, because he be trying to get stuff done ahead of time for it won't be in his way and he can hurry up and go back in his cell, do what he gonna do. So he got the dust mop. Now, Zoe come from upstate with those habits, y'all. Like that, I didn't, you know, that was the only thing that I'll say was his only flaw. He didn't do it a lot, but when somebody like a monster, like the white lady, when she come in the block, that shit brings Zoe out of retirement, man. So you know, Zoe done been upstate, and that's what they be doing upstate, man. Dudes be the #1 thunners, dudes be jacking off crazy up there, and I done heard about that. You know what I mean? Pause. But now they're in penitentiary. It's like major candy land now, if that's what you into. So Zoe didn't do it a lot. But Zoe done it. I had friends that would do that. Like that was normal. The dudes be the #1 thunners. That's my word. So like Zoe was into that game only when it was a monster, which was smart to be. So the white lady's working. Zoe was in the shower. It's about to be lockdown. So I think Zoe timing it like he want to get her like right before, you know what I mean? She gonna say lockdown. She gonna go close the doors and she gonna lock down. She gonna make sure the door's locked. So he on the bottom shower on the left. So he trying to get her to rip the runway, or he just trying to hit her while she's sitting there at the joint. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest with you. I'm just guessing. But all I know is Cliff, he doing his same regular activities. Like, he just moving around and trying to make sure shit's straight for he ain't got to do a lot when it's lockdown time. So he see the lady sitting in the chair. The lady is sitting, all right, out, the booth is right there. They got the office. When you come out the office is right by the door you leave out. When you leave out the office, the door is like facing towards the booth. So she would come out with her chair and sit beside that door. Now, she would have to go like this, pause, to look in the showers that way. But if she's sitting this way to a guy that's the #1 thunner, he's going to think that's magical right there. He can be like, yo, she eating it right there, pause. He gonna be like, yo, they gonna go crazy. So dudes is in the shower snapping out because she's sitting there. So Cliff come up there. You see him with the jump. All you hear is the noise. You know the noise you make when you hit the dust mop? He got a dust mop. So he talking to the lady, like, yeah, so he done got cool. He on the little broom joint like this. Now he like, yeah, cause yeah, man, you know, yeah, he talking to her. I'm like, yeah, you talking to the lady. You hear somebody say, man, get out the way, man. So I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, yo, I was like, man, Cliff in the way. I was like, yo, hey, Cliff. Cliff ain't even answering. He get more comfortable with the broom. He like, yeah, cause see, yeah, he got his legs crossed and everything. He like, yeah, he talking to the lady. He was like, man, get him out the way, man. Somebody tell him, oh, get out the way, man. I'm like, it sounded like somebody in the top shower saying it, you know what I mean? I didn't even know Zoe was in the bottom shower at first, you know what I mean? So like, man, get him out the way. Man, get in the way, man. I'm like, so I try to call him. He ain't answer, you know what I mean? So I'm like, why he egging me so? All I see is Zoe. Like, the reason why I knew this was Zoe, because Zoe stuck his head out the shower. Pause. This head. He stuck his head out. He was like, Hey, Cliff, man, get your ass out the way, man. The fuck you doing, man? Cliff said, he heard that. Cliff was like, and usually don't nobody turn around and look in those showers, not the inmates. Cliff was like, he had the broom, he said, what the fuck you say to me, young nigga? Zoe came on. Zoe said, nigga, I say get the fuck out the way. And he was like, alright. He dropped the broom. The broom said, poosh. It almost hit the lady. The lady was like, oh. The broom dropped that way, poosh. He started walking towards the cell. He slept in cell 10. He just started walking towards the cell, which was towards the showers. He didn't say nothing. He was like, he got by his door. He said, hey, tell her open my door up. Tell her open my door up. Door said, yeah. And he was like, where is cell? Next thing you know, and it was putting the cut up.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.